Hi, and thank you for joining me for another video. Friends, this week I want to cover a very important topic. The topic is how it's forbidden to get drunk on Purim and any other day, including Simchas Torah. Now, I'm sure this news is hitting you like a ton of bricks right now, or you're thinking, who the heck do I think I am going against what your rabbi may have told you? Well, friends, I'm someone who's willing to tell you the truth no matter what others may think of me, which is something that I can't say for the majority of rabbis out there today. And the reason I feel compelled to make this video is because, as you know, I specifically work with Balei Tshuvas and converts to Judaism. Individuals who perhaps have never gotten drunk before in their lives. Who, for many, especially who have come from either Christianity or Islam or some other ethical belief system, find it a bit odd now when they arrive at Judaism that they find a rabbi telling them that they have an obligation to get drunk. In other words, that this is what the God of the Bible demands of them. Well, friends, enough is enough. Today I'm going to show you the binding practical halacha on this issue, which does not contradict what is written in scripture, which I don't have to tell you has always viewed getting drunk at any time as a grave sin. And friends, any rabbi who tells you differently is not only leading you astray, but is also partially responsible for all the deaths, fights, rapes, infidelities, lashon hora, and desecration of God's name that occurs on this one night of debauchery. And like it states in Hilchos Tshuva, that these individuals are those who have no place in the world to come. Rather, they are cut off and destroyed because they lead the multitude to sin. And first, I know I probably don't have to tell you that the Torah and actually all of Tanakh teaches how despicable it is for a member of Israel to get drunk. As a matter of fact, we even see that it's brought down as one of the Taryag mitzvahs in the Rambam Sefer Mitzvahs, the prohibition of getting drunk. Now, honestly, this is enough to end this video right now, because this in itself proves that no Amora, Tana, or even a Rishon could ever make a ruling or a comment in any way that would go contrary to a Torah prohibition. In other words, as students of halacha, we know that a rabbinic injunction could never override a Torah injunction. Now, you're probably wondering, where did this all come from? Well, the notion of actually getting drunk is taken from Megillah in the Talmud, which states, Rava said, a person is obligated to drink on Purim until he does not know the difference between cursed be Haman and blessed be Mordechai. It reads on, Rabbah and Rav Zera joined together in a Purim feast. They became drunk, and Rabbah arose and cut Rabbi Zera's throat. On the next day, he prayed on his behalf, and he revived him. And friends, because of this, and apart from the direct prohibitions laid down in the Hebrew scriptures, many have assumed that it is a mitzvah to get drunk, possibly till one passes out on Purim, which just alludes to what I've said in my previous videos on how far we've strayed from Torah's gold standard, because any idiot would know that this goes contrary to the words of the living God. As a matter of fact, even other aspects about Purim are also understood. For example, one does not fulfill the mitzvah of Purim by drinking in the evening like many synagogues and yeshivas do, because the halacha states that the amount that someone is permitted to drink is only to be drunk during the meal in the day, not at nighttime. And how much is someone expected to drink? Friends, it's in and around a revius of wine. Why? Because don't forget, you still have to pray in the evening. And also, don't forget that the reciting of the Shema at night is deraisa and overrides your obligations on Purim, which, as you know, one is not allowed to say while drunk. Actually, the Rambam clearly states that the halacha is that one drinks till he reaches the first stage of drunkenness, which we just explained one accomplishes by drinking a revius of wine, and then takes a nap. And many hold by the opinion that during our nap is when we fulfill the obligation of not being able to tell the difference between curses Haman and blessed be Mordechai. Actually, many actually built their erroneous notion that one is obligated to drink till they pass out from a misquote of the Rambam. For example, many erroneously translate the halacha to read that one is obligated to drink wine until one becomes drunk and falls asleep from drunkenness. But actually, the halacha reads at drunkenness, beshikrut, not mishikrut, from drunkenness. In other words, when someone has reached the first level of drunkenness, which again the Rambam describes elsewhere, is that, or around a revius of wine, he then willfully takes a nap and then returns to the synagogue to pray later. Which again, friends, shows how far people could fall when they try to understand rabbinic literature as an authority in itself, apart from its Torah foundation. In other words, Why is this the only video on the internet, my friends, clarifying this issue? Because again, everything we learn outside of the 5 books of Moses must always first be compared to the Torah gold standard itself before it should be allowed to stand. And this goes for other acts on this holy day that have no basis in halacha, like dressing up, groggers, and the acting foolish in a holy place. And friends, the main point in this video is not the act of getting drunk itself, but the stupid notion that everyone has a religious obligation to do so. In other words, not that we as Jews are against having a good time, but rather we should separate the mundane from the holy. And if you're interested in learning more about Torah Judaism, please visit bejewish.org. And if you're interested in becoming a Jew yourself, please visit Torah Judaism International at torahjudaism.org. Thank you.